hope you're doing well. Welcome to my December reset video. I'm Caro and I create personal finance and lifestyle content. In this reset video, I will be showing you my November spending and what I expect to spend in December. We're also going to go through my monthly goals. For a little background, if you're new here, I live in Portugal with my husband. We are a dual income household and I work part-time. I cover certain expenses and my husband covers the rest. I will be sharing my portion of our spending as well as strategies and goals that we are working towards as a couple. For my November goals that I set with you in my last video, I decided to use my habit tracker to keep track of them during the month so that I could report back to you now. Normally one would use this habit tracker as something that you track daily, and my goals weren't exactly daily goals, but I used it in any case and it worked perfectly for me. For my personal goals, I decided to read one book. I didn't read a page, and I know exactly what happened. I was so focused on other goals for the month and just trying to keep afloat of everything that life was giving me, I guess, and didn't get to it. So for December, I've decided I'm going to read that book. We are going to be on holiday for almost half of the month. So I really don't see how it isn't possible for me to at least try and read half of that book. My health and fitness goal was to go to gym 2 to 3 times a week, and I managed to do that every week. In my first week, I went twice, and every other week of November, I went 3 times. I'm really pleased with having hit this goal. I plan to do the same goal for my health and fitness goal for December. My finance goal for November was a combined goal with my husband to bump up our emergency fund to 9 months. And we're going to keep that goal for December. So for November, I set 2 career goals. Outside of my part-time work, I wanted to upload 1 long-form YouTube video and 2 to 3 short-form posts or reels on Instagram every week. I managed to do 2 long-form videos on YouTube, which I'm very happy about. For Instagram, I managed to post 4 times in the whole month of November. It might be 5 posts in total. It is the end of November today, so I might post today. So it might be 5 posts, but I didn't quite hit that goal, and I'm going to set the same goal for December. I'm really trying to just show up more on Instagram and more consistently, and even though I only showed up 4 times, it's okay. I'm building the content creation muscle over there, so I'm okay with not having met that goal, and I'm going to set the exact same goal for December. Now we are going to go over my November spending and see how I did and reflect. I have been using this spending tracker for over a year now. It keeps me accountable throughout the month, and I have a clear view of what's going on in our bank account. It's linked in the description if you want to check it out. I did explain exactly how the template works in October's reset video, so if you want to check that out, I'll link it up here as well as in the description. To start off with, for November, my income was €1,633.43. The bills that I cover are over here, and I also cover a good portion of our fund spending over here. If we look at my goals for the month, I edited them from the classic 50-20-30 rule to 50% on necessities, 15% to savings, and 35% to fund spending. I went over in the necessities category this month, but I did have an unexpected doctor's visit with some meds that cost €93, and it wasn't planned. And it's totally okay that we went a little bit over. All in all, I didn't have to dig into any of my sinking funds or anything like that for the month, but it was unexpected. I got an appointment out of the blue. So even though I pushed up our fund spending to 35%, it was a little bit under that, which is great. I did increase our fund spending a little bit for November because I knew that I wanted to upgrade a few things for our home for this season, for the cozy season. And I also knew that I wanted to stock up on the goodies that I needed for my hobbies because I'm going to be on holiday soon and hopefully going to be spending more time working on those things that I love doing. Even though fund spending was a little bit more than expected this month, I still managed to put away €254 into our emergency fund. And even though it isn't a lot, it is still something. Every little bit of savings helps in the long run. So I'm happy that I could contribute. So to kick off December, I'm estimating my income to be 1,457 euros. So I'm going to pop that into my sheet already. Just like last month, I can bank on my normal expenses being very similar. So if I add up groceries, water, electricity, subscriptions, and gym, this should come to around 800 to 900 euros, which leaves me 500 to 600 euros for the rest of the spending that I normally do every month. In terms of other expenses that I expect to come up in December, we are hoping to go to Lisbon to see the Christmas markets while we're on holiday. I do think that this will come out of a sinking fund. Even though we are on holiday for a few weeks, I don't think our normal spending is going to go completely out of whack. I'm not too worried about it, but I think things will be a little bit more relaxed. We might go out more than we normally do, just for coffees and things like that, but I don't think that that's really going to affect our spending too much. Our Christmas gift spending is almost sorted, and that all came out of Christmas sinking funds, which I've been building up throughout the year. So we didn't have to dig into income that we got in November or December to try and buy all the gifts that we wanted to buy. So now my sheet is all ready for me to start typing in the transactions as they come through from the 1st of December. And that concludes my monthly reset for December. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe to see more. I plan to do these every month so that you can see how I manage my portion of our expenses living in Portugal, as well as personal finance and lifestyle content. And I'd love to see you in the next video. Ciao, bye!